And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but Conan, aren't you supposed to attach your cabinetry from the outside? And yes, this is the way I'm doing it. So if you don't like it, you can watch some of my other channel. I'm just kidding. Keep watching. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you've been following along, you know we finally got back to doing a little bit of work and planning on our 1956 Calcraft. Was able to kind of level out a little bit of the luggage area last week. I talked about getting ready to start on the bed frame, and that gives me an excellent opportunity to mention the sponsor of today's video, RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding. You might remember they partnered with us on a mattress for our Playmore 140 when we rebuilt the bed framing there, and we plan to use the same mattress in this camper when it's eventually finished. So I wanted to give an update and some thoughts about what it's like to actually sleep on the mattress now that I've had an opportunity to go out and camp in it in our Playmore. If you haven't heard of RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, they are a company known for top-of-the-line quality and comfort, and all of their mattresses are made right here in the USA. They also offer a 120-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty, which is just incredible, and every mattress is shipped conveniently to your door free of charge. If you've ever shopped for an RV mattress, you know how difficult it can be to find one that actually fits in your RV. RV Mattress makes that easy. They make tons of different sizes, from king-size mattresses all the way down to bunk-size mattresses. For our Playmore, we only had enough space for a short full, and the one they sent us fits perfectly. We went with the 10-inch Dream Foam Essential mattress, and it has been incredible. I've always said that the test of a good mattress is whether you wake up in the morning and before you open your eyes, you forget where you are. And that happened to me several times while we were out camping this fall. I would wake up in the morning and think that I was at home in my own mattress wrapped up in the covers. That's when I said, This is a good product. A good night's sleep makes camping so much more enjoyable. And I'm also super excited to say that RV Mattress is continuing to offer 20% off to viewers of our channel. If you go to rvmattress.com/treasure and use code TREASURE when you check out, they will give you 20% off of a new mattress. RV Mattress is an incredible company. I'm super excited that we got to work with them, and I will definitely be going back to them for all of my future RV mattress needs. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this framing relatively lightweight. You know, you think you need to make it bulletproof because it's a bed and you need a nice firm area to sleep on. But trust me, I'm going to make it into 1 by 1.5 inches for most of the framing. That is more than enough to support the weight of 2 grown adults. Adding a bunch more than that just adds additional weight in the rear of your camper, which is really not a spot where you're wanting to add weight. So anyway, I'm going to take some of these scrap pieces and use those to cut down for my uprights. I've got another couple 2x4s I'm going to rip down to make some of the longer pieces, and should be relatively straightforward. So we know that the width of our camper is 74.5 inches from wall to wall. Our mattress is 74 inches. So it's still kind of a tight fit there, but it's not too bad. It's actually slightly closer than that in the Playmore, and it works just fine in there. So we know that it's going to be 18 inches high to the bottom of the bed slats, which is essentially how high I'm building the frame, because the bed slats will sit on top of that. So I'm going to mark 18 inches up from the floor, and then I'm going to follow that back to this curve and measure maybe 48.5 inches forward. And that's going to be the size of our bed frame. So then we're going to build the rest to fit those marks on the wall. Okay, so 18 inches is mark right here. Is 48 inches long. Okay, so if we measure, that's pretty good there. It's pretty good there. So we're going to assume it's pretty good everywhere. It's always good to assume. Okay, so then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So I was just trying to think through how I was going to assemble this, because I kind of mocked this up in a hurry to make use of some decent weather. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these side pieces to 47 inches. 47? Yeah, I'm going to cut these to 47 inches. This front piece that runs all the way across is going to be 74.5 inches. And I will attach these two 74-inch pieces to either wall. And then I'll attach this front piece to them. And then I will measure my width over on either side. And I will sort of prefab this little bit here. And I'll just square it up with the floor and put it in place there. So I know. I screwed this to the wall from the inside, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but Conan, aren't you supposed to attach your cabinetry from the outside? And yes, that is the way a lot of campers are done. And now this one was originally constructed, most of the cabinets were attached, I mean virtually all of them, were attached from the inside out, rather than from the outside in. The reason they do outside in at the factory is because it's quicker and easier. The reason I'm doing inside to out is because, one, I built this in sort of a out of order sequence because I thought I was going to try to rush and put the skin on last year before it got cold, and I didn't get that done. So now I'm kind of stuck out of sequence. But, you know, there's another reason why they often attach from the outside to the in. Because what gives you holding strength on your screw is the friction on the part that is buried into whatever you screw it into. It's not the part that's in this piece of wood. It's the part that's in this piece of wood that is giving your holding strength. So if it's possible to bury that screw into a thicker piece of wood by screwing from the outside in, you will get better holding power that way. But if you plan things out accordingly, I've planned this in such a way that the amount of wood that I'm screwing into is actually thicker if I go that way than if I go that way. Now, I could have put a whole 2x4 here and screwed into that, and sure, I would have had a lot thicker material to hold into if I went this way, but that's too thick of a piece of wood, so that's just silly. This will be just as strong. It's easier to do this given the constraints that I have on where the camper's built. This is the way I'm doing it. So if you don't like it, you can watch some one other channel. I'm just kidding. Keep watching. The next thing I need to do is to attach this front piece that kind of marks the front of the bed. Once it's screwed into the ends of this, then I will start working on the bracing in here. And I'm just going to make sure that all of this bracing is square with the floor because I'm kind of measuring off of that back area where it starts to curve up. So there's not a good spot to just start measuring from. Okay, so in order to determine how long this bottom piece that runs to the back needs to be, I've actually butted one piece up against the back, and then I'm measuring to make sure I've got it nice and square, both this way and this way. And then I'm just going to mark how long that is and chop the end off. Okay, so just to test how it fits, should fit in right here. That's pretty good. So this here, because this part to the wall is 15 inches, this part to the wall needs to be 15 inches. I'm gonna put a screw kind of in the middle. So the next pieces that are going to go in is a support that's right in the middle there, and then another piece that goes back on there like that. So now it's just a matter of doing the same thing, again on the other side. Oops. Okay, so the last thing I want to do on the interior is to put a bevel on a piece of wood that will ride on the top of the things that go back and bump up against that. So I want to cut a bevel on a piece of wood that will sort of match that and run that all the way across the back, because I'm then going to come back eventually, not right now, and screw into it from the outside with a piece of bracing so that it's nice and sturdy. Alright, so that's basically it. I know it looks kind of spindly and incomplete, but that's because I haven't made a couple of decisions yet regarding like what's going to go underneath it. So I don't really want to put 100% of the bracing in here just yet. I'm super excited about having something permanently installed on the inside of this camper. I hope you're excited to see this camper again and to see it get moving along and move toward actually being a camper again. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. I'll walk out of here. Good night.